Estudiantes y padres, bienvenidos a Español 2. Students and parents, welcome to Spanish 2. My name is Dr. Dan White, and I will be teaching first trimester of Spanish 2. Allow me to tell you a little bit about myself. I have been a missionary in Latin America for 6 years, as well as working with Hispanics for a grand total of 27 years here in the United States. I have had the fun opportunity as a missionary to live through cholera, getting shot at by the Shining Path terrorist, living through 3 attempted coup d'etats in Latin America, and I'll be sharing a whole bunch of stories with you in class. There's a few things you're going to need for class. Please make sure that you get one of these workbooks for Realidades Dos. You will be able to find some of these on eBay that are used. I do not recommend that because too many of them are already filled out. You're going to want one that's blank. I also would like to see everyone with 2 sets of earbuds. We're going to be doing a lot of listening to Spanish in class, and it would be great if you always had a pair of earbuds so that you can listen and not disturb the person next to you. I say 2 pairs of earbuds because something always happens to the first pair, and if you have a backup pair, that's always very wise. The best way that parents can help with Spanish 2 is to help your students study vocabulary. Attached to this email, you will find all of the vocabulary list for this trimester. Go ahead and print them out. Ask your student over dinner, what vocabulary sheet are you on? And throw a couple of the questions at them. One of the ways that I do testing and quizzing for vocabulary is that I will simply point to the English word on the list and the Spanish word will be covered up. The student then says the word in Spanish, and we move on to the next word in English, where the student verbally gives me again the word in Spanish. So that's very easy for a parent to do. If you see that your student is not where they need to be before the quiz or test take place, then you can insist that they do so. Test preparation. We have unit tests approximately every 2.5 to 3 weeks. These are unusual tests. You can walk into a biology test or a math test, and if you forgot to study or had an athletic event the night before, it's possible to go ahead and pass that test. Maybe you won't do as well as you would have if you studied, but you can get by with it. Unfortunately, for our Spanish unit test, it would result in a 0 because these are pre-prepared tests. You're going to spend 2 to 3 hours preparing a written section. You'll be ready for the verbal section of it. You will have the question 2 to 3 days before the unit test, and you are expected to be well prepared when you walk in the door for that test. A grade would be very, very low, especially if you do not know your vocabulary. If you have not prepared well for the prepared sections of those tests, it would be an absolute disaster. Parents, feel free to contact me at any time, students as well. The best way to reach me is by email. If you have any questions as we begin, please feel free to ask. There is a syllabus attached which will answer many of your questions, but any others beyond that, feel free to give me an email. God bless. I look forward to Friday and our first day together.